Alright, I said I'd make a follow-up video after a while, and here we are. Got an opportunity to put the Beavertail 1800 series blind on the Kraft Outlander 186. Just an update on fishing it. I have fished it quite a bit on some inland lakes and on Lake Superior quite a bit, and it's handled well. I mean, the things ran great. It rides really well. The other day I went out because the buoy conditions had the wind coming from the southwest, so I got out there on the big lake, and by the time I got out there, only an hour later, the wind had switched to northwest, which is the exact opposite of what you want in this position, in this spot that I fish. And it went from calm to kicking up 3.5 footers, and this boat handled fantastic. It was never a safety issue or anything like that. It didn't even get wet. So I'm personally a fair weather fisherman. When it's nice out, it's when I like to get out, and that's not normally when the fish are biting, but you know, if you're one of those guys that like to get out on those crazy days, then this boat would be fine for you. I have no problem thinking that this would handle 4.5 footers with no issue at all, no, in terms of safety. Yeah, so I got an opportunity to put this on today, and I got some J. Stearns grass to get it grassed up for the season. I did take the deck mate anchor off and did leave the trolling motor on, which actually does deploy and stow just fine with the blind out like this, which I don't really foresee myself doing much unless maybe there's some downed birds or something like that, or collecting decoys, I guess. But you know, once the blind is collapsed, because you can collapse it, it also stows really well. The only issue, I guess I will say, with the 1800 blind is that because this is a V-haul, it does have a little bit of an overhang, and I thought about correcting that and just kind of bending it in, but it seems to be working. This is a 92-inch beam, so you can see it's kind of actually not even, it's barely sitting on the gunnel on the back. It's kind of sitting right on top of the gas tank, which, again, you put in gas, it's not an issue, you can just lift it up. But I could have went with the 2100 series, I believe it is. You know, it's longer boat blind. I didn't know if then I'd have even bigger issues with the overhang and all of that, even though I'd gained some room inside. So I stuck with the 1800. I do have a blanket that I will put over the motor, so I didn't worry about that. I do have it forward enough that it's not an issue if I had to put the motor up more, you know, if we're hunting really shallow. But again, the only time I really see me having to go put the motor up that far with the kickstand is if I'm trailering it, and if I'm trailering it, this thing's going to be with the travel cover on it and everything, so that shouldn't be an issue. But nice blind. It's got 4 shooting holes in it. I'll show you that here. There we go. There you go, 4 shooting holes. They're Velcro, and between the shooting holes are buttons, so you actually have the ability to have 4 shooters, or to unbutton the pieces between and also just open it up like you would any other blind that's totally open in the middle. If you can see here, the biggest reason I actually pushed this blind so far up from the back is that the seat in front of me, and then the driver's seat right there next to the console, and then the one way up front, by pushing this forward just a little bit, actually those 3 seats actually align with the shooting holes. The fourth, or actually it will be the 3rd shooting hole, is actually in front or next to the console, and we'll just have to get like a collapsible seat or something if somebody wants to use that 3rd hole, which wouldn't be an issue. One thing I did have to do, just a note for anybody that's going to use the same configuration that I did with this boat and this blind, this second pole here, I did cut 3 inches off of it because the height of the chairs plus the height of the gunnel, and this already being kind of a deep boat, it has you sitting about eye level at the blind, which seems ideal if you're hunting a lot of puddle ducks. But if you're hunting a lot of divers or ducks, you know, wood ducks, something like that, that come like right on the deck, you're gonna miss them. So I cut a few inches off that particular pole just to drop it down, so you have a little more visibility to what's closer in front of you, but without exposing your whole head. So as you can see, there's a little tilt to it here. This side's a little shorter than that side now. And the way the chairs are lined up, pedestals are lined up in the boat, I pretty much, unless something weird with the location I'm hunting, I pretty much plan to always hunt the boat facing this way, just like this. So yeah, really nice. Working out well. I'll post some pictures when I'm hunting in it, so you can get a feel for the storage space and stuff like that. But pretty excited to get this thing going during waterfowl season. I'm not really sure if there's anything else to show. I guess I could show the Altera actually being deployed and stowed. If it actually is on, let's see here. Alright. And I'm going to pause it because I don't want it hitting the side of the trailer. There you go. Yep, so it stows. It deploys fine. Let it stow here. Look at that. I mean, it's perfect. So I guess I can show as well if I go ahead and double tap that deploy again. Boop. There we go. Me pulling this thing down. Really easy. I mean, I got an 11-pound thing of grass, so it's a little heavier now, but all you gotta do is just pull it. It's a lot easier from the inside, but there you go. Boom. Collapsed. That easy. And then to put the travel cover on, it comes with a travel cover and these straps right here. You just put over the bars to secure it for when you're driving. But that easy, man. You just throw that sucker over, put all your stuff in it, or do whatever you need to do, and you can throw it right back over. It doesn't seem like, I mean, today's been a good test. The wind has been just howling 30 miles an hour or so while I've been doing this. Which is why the side of this grass doesn't look as nice as it actually should, because it keeps blowing the grass around. But it's actually been a good test to see what happens with this thing is sitting in 30-mile-an-hour conditions, exposed, and it didn't blow over or anything. So it does have the weight and the stability to handle the wind and stuff like that if you are hunting in, say, open water or something. So yeah, let me know if you got any questions. I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. I'll be posting some more videos as the season progresses here.